Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope all of you are doing great. I hope you are taking really good care of yourself, spend some time alone with yourself. It's not gonna hurt you. Make sure you get some time, where you can reflect on how your life is going and, like to find some time out in the woods is a great place to get alone. It is so important. Starlight is always alone here. I don't have a cat, a dog, a guinea pig, or a mouse or anything here. It's just Starlight. So I get plenty of time alone, and I do love my time here by myself. But of course, even though I love my time with myself, my heart's desire is to be with someone, and not to be totally alone, you know. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you can find me on YouTube at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K, Dingman. And if you want to be the change or see a change in the world, you can like these videos. That way YouTube can spread them out so you can help me to reach other people that could use help. There's a lot of people out there that needs help, so you would help me out and the world by sending these, helping me by liking these videos, and the universe will bless you by doing so. And besides liking them, you could share them. Starlight gives you permission. You could share any of my videos with anyone you want, with your friends, family, your cat, your dog. Um, Chickens? You got chickens. Yeah, awesome. Starlight loves chickens. I don't eat them anymore, you know. Besides sharing my videos with your chickens, you can also leave a message down below, bing, 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 and I will ring the notification bell. All you gotta do is push that button on your bell. That way you don't miss any videos. And also, you can find me on Instagram or follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I was going to make this video yesterday, but because there was a 8-8 portal, the Lionsgate portal yesterday, I decided the meditation video would been a perfect time to do that yesterday. So because I wanted you to get that information about how important it is to meditate. It's so important. So today is a new topic, and Starlight is working on how she does her videos. I'm trying to shorten my videos up, and I've been doing a great job. So anyway, today the topic is things don't happen overnight, sometimes, and the way society is really, the way things are going in this world, you know, um, it's ruining people, a lot of people out there. Everybody wants everything quick, not everybody, I can't say everybody, but, where things don't happen fast enough for us, and that could be a dangerous thing, really. We want quick, like food, like go at the fast food places. And a lot of times, Starlight's a vegan. So, like really, there's not a whole lot of food for vegans out there when it comes to going out at a fast food place, a salad, that's pretty much what you're going to probably find as a salad. I really don't know of anything else that is actually um, good for vegans. And I used to eat the veggie burgers, but then I found out those were not that great to eat for vegans, healthy vegan diet. So I gave up my veggie burgers. I couldn't even eat like they got the chicken vegan chicken, I didn't trust it. I'm like, just the word chicken in there just makes me feel like I'm still eating that chicken. But, I'm not even going to bother eating any of them either. It's probably got a lot of stuff in there that Starlight don't even know about that, it's more than likely not even healthy to eat, even though it says plant-based. So anyway, and even relationships, everybody, like not everybody, because Starlight is not like this, is, we want to hurry up and jump into a relationship without even getting to know the person. And that's why a lot of problems happen in the world because people are so quick. And a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times it's for the wrong reasons. There's a lot of lust going on instead of love. People get attracted to each other and they're looking on the outward appearance, not even thinking of what is going on inside that person, and a lot of people when it comes to dating or getting to know somebody, there's a lot of pretending. So it's really good to test those people out before you get involved, because some people will claim that they're everything that you're searching for. And then, you believe them. And then when you get together, you find out, all these things I asked them before, they're not like this at all. They lied to you, and they just wanted you. And a lot of times it's about sex, right? Yeah, pretty much. Or you have something they want. It could be your money or, a house that you might have. There's people that own houses or, some people get desperate and they'll do anything to get out of the situation without facing the situation that they're in, without working on themselves. And they do, they get desperate and they jump into situations, and people put their guards down and they're like, I really want to help this person out, and then before you know it, chaos in your house, the person doesn't want to go to work, they don't want to work on themselves, and now you got this person living with you, and now you're like, now what do I do? So a lot of things in the world has changed, even when it comes to movies or videos or things on the YouTube, like channels, or I don't really know what TikTok is. I really don't, you know, um, where there's stuff on TikTok, where people, only want like maybe a 5-minute little quick video, and everything is getting so much faster in these days. And it's not taking you down a good road, not at all. Because then you're gonna want things quicker. Nothing's ever fast enough. And that's what this video is about. Is if you're working on yourself like I am, and you might. It is frustrating. I have to say, it can be frustrating when you got like goals that you're working on, things that you want to achieve, like as far as working on yourself, you might want a better job, a better relationship. You might be working on yourself like Starlight is every day, and it does. It takes a lot of work, inside work, it's not so much about it's great to look good on the outside. I'm not saying, don't take care of the outside because it is important because if you need to take care of the outside, but all that attention that you put on the outside, make sure you're putting that kind of attention on the inside in your heart space. And it does take time, a lot of times you might, and this does happen in Starlight. Sometimes I got so many things I'm working on all at once, and I want to get it all done in one day. And then I find out it isn't gonna, Starlight, it's not gonna happen all in one day. Sometimes you only got a little done in one day, and you gotta accept that sometimes. A lot of times we're trying to be perfect. Let go of that. Stop trying to be perfect. You gotta accept your flaws, and that's something that my twin flame had to show me is 'cause I'm a Virgo, and I even was in the hospital last year, which that will be coming out is my last spiritual awakening that I had, and that will be soon. Um, because when I was in the hospital, I was at a higher frequency because I was going through a spiritual awakening, that I knew stuff without understanding it. Like it's almost like I could read minds when you're like that, and you know stuff that you normally wouldn't know when you're going through a spiritual journey. And any of you that has gone on a spiritual journey or gone through a spiritual journey knows exactly what I am talking about. But when I was in the hospital, is I knew I was being watched in my bedroom, in the shower, and I was able to prove it, but I, like physically couldn't prove it. It just, like I knew that they knew, like what I was doing in my bedroom. They gave me a bedroom all to myself. It was awesome. I had my own room, like Starlight does not want to share her room with anybody. I've had issues in the hospital before where you got like a few girls in one room, you got each have a bed to yourself, and then you got one that's waking everybody up, and it can really drive people a little crazy. So I had my own room, and I knew I was being watched, and it was so funny is because every morning when I got up out of bed, I would make my bed. And I was so particular on how my bed got made. I'm like I had my own cleaning business, so I was a cleaner, you know. So I gave up my own cleaning business that took me years to build, and I ended that to start a YouTube channel. So when I was a cleaner, like I would make bed, like if I made somebody's bed, like the thing is, I was taught a long time ago by somebody that I knew is like people that go in the military, they're not allowed to have any wrinkles on their bed, and that they were really strict about making sure no wrinkles. So here Starlight's in the hospital making sure there's no wrinkles, and then they thought I was one of those types of people that always have to have everything just perfect, and but that's what they saw in the hospital. That's not how I am here in my apartment, so there's a name for these people. I can't remember the name, but I did clean for people like that before, where they said, you can clean all these desks, but this person here, please do not touch their stuff on their desk. If I touched one thing and moved it slightly, they would know it. They would know that Starlight touched, and they would freak out, and it would cause a problem in their life. So I am not that type of person, but the hospital, they were spying on me. And so anyway, I will have that story coming up soon. That's going to be a long video there. I don't know how many videos I'm going to have to break that one out. But, I have been working on myself for years now with the help of my mentor, Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. And so I thank him all the time, because really he has changed my life, for the better. There's some people that change your life and maybe you're not doing so good because they were controlling your life and now your life is upside down. So, so I was getting frustrated with myself, and this still happens here and there, that you know I want to get from A to B, but you know what, sometimes there's a lot of little steps to really get to B. you know I desire this in my life, but it doesn't happen instant, like Starlight has some instant hot cereal, and then there's instant coffee, where you don't have to put it in the percolator, a coffee pot. You just put like one one spoon, in a cup of hot boiling water, and there you go. You got your instant. That would be black coffee. Starlight cannot do that. I still do coffee though, here and there. Um, so that, and that's the thing, is things do not happen instant like you want them to happen. So the universe does this a lot of times to us because the universe wants us to be patient. The universe doesn't want us to be in such a rush, and then there's people that do this with the driving. You know, sometimes people get upset about certain things and their driving skills are not that great, and they have to slow down. They could get in an accident, not just hurt themselves, but they could hurt somebody else or even total their car. So we need to slow down. And I've been getting messages from the universe. I just had a dream last night, that the universe wants us to really, slow down. And there's signs that the universe gives us all the time, like I said before, with numbers, repeated numbers, or, like maybe a number pops out at you, like for some reason. It could be in a dream. You could get numbers in dreams, which I did last night, so I looked that up this morning to find out what does that number mean. Even though I looked this number up, I don't know how many times already, but hey, I got to look this up. So you really got to pay attention to the details in your daily life. There's signs that the universe sends to you, whether you know this or not. I'm trying to not say things that I'm not going to do. So I was going to say something, but I caught myself because sometimes I forget what I say I'm going to do. Or sometimes I don't think that video got sent out, and I don't know what I said in what video, because not all my videos got sent out. I had to delete many videos. I overdid it when I started on YouTube, you know, um, and that was the thing. I was trying to rush work so hard. I was making like lots of videos when I started YouTube, and the universe was giving me signs and numbers and dreams. And I realized that's not what the universe doesn't want you to work so hard that you're stressed out. And so it is amazing because the universe wants you to have balance in your life. It's so important to not just to focus on one thing and work so extremely hard that you forget about your friends or your loved ones or, yourself. So it is important to work hard, not saying that it's not, but you don't want to have where all your focus is just on that one thing. So you need to slow down, and pay attention to other things, like if you got loved ones that are supporting and loving you, are you spending time like calling them up, checking out and seeing how they're doing? Or if you got friends, that are supporting you, are you taking time out to, either call them up or, send them a message on Instagram or, or Facebook or wherever you communicate with them. It's so important to, but first you want to make sure you listen to what the universe wants first. Universe, what do you want Starlight to do today? What is it? And I did this already this morning. What do where are you going to take me? And I've been noticing the universe does some things in my life that I wasn't clear to before. I didn't understand that, yesterday I was going to go to a park, and apparently the universe didn't want Starlight to go to that park. It's so funny. I was heading there. I was all set, had all my stuff. I was going to go and do some yoga, because I love going to that park. It's such a beautiful park, and the energy is a lot different than where I used to go. And as I was heading on the road, then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't go to that one. Maybe I should go to this one. And I headed to that one. Then the clouds started coming out, and I don't really pay attention, even though I knew that it was supposed to rain. I don't listen to it because a lot of times it says it's going to rain and it doesn't rain. So here I was going to head to this other park yesterday, and it started pouring. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, the universe doesn't want Starlight to go there for whatever reason, and I ignored this before at a different park, where I was in the Albany, Washington park doing yoga, and it started sprinkling, and I ignored it. I'm like, no, I'm staying. I'm staying. I'm going to stay here. And I did. I stayed there. And it's kind of funny. I normally would have gotten in my car, packed up my stuff, but I did this so many times that, I get in my car and then nothing happens. Well, that particular day, I didn't really pay attention to what the universe was doing, and because I didn't know. I didn't pack up my stuff, and then boom, right after that, a guy was trying to take my magnets off my car that I paid for my YouTube channel. So I was in shock. I should have paid attention when it was starting to sprinkle. That could have been a sign that the universe wanted me to get going. And if I did, that guy would have never came along to try to take stickers off my car. There's another time a while back that I wanted to support somebody, and it's kind of weird that I said that I was going to go there. They wanted to have Starlight go and lift up the spirit, the energy at their store because they were just going to have a grand opening at their store. And, so they saw me on the street dancing and being fun, having fun out on the street. And then I was out in front of their store, and they didn't know me. I didn't know them. And so they really liked Starlight because I had a lot of energy flowing. And they're like, oh, like they invited me to come back, later on that month to help them out, like to draw some attention to the store so they can get more customers, like at their grand opening. And, you know, I got signs the whole way not to go. And, I didn't know it. I just kept going. I kept on going. It said that it was going to be, like, raining that day. And I'm like, well, they say that a lot and it doesn't happen. And so Starlight did. She got in her vehicle and she felt like she had to do this. I didn't have to do that. And I was also hoping that I would meet other people and tell them about my YouTube channel was another part. But you know what? It's kind of weird. It was sunny in my area, and as I was heading to that town, an hour away from where I used to hang out a lot, dark clouds started coming, forming. I mean, like dark clouds. It poured so bad on the way there. I had to pull off the road. And as I was pulling off the road, it's kind of weird. It's like the way the universe was like, no, Starlight, we don't want you to go there. And I didn't know it, and then I hit a bump on the road, it was pouring out. And then my battery light came on, and I pulled off the side of the road. And it was pouring out, and I took a break because it was raining so hard I really couldn't see the road, and I wanted to be safe. And and I still, after it slowed down, I was determined to get there. And it was later on in the day, and the whole way, I was like, am I supposed to even do this? Am I supposed to? And the universe was really telling me the whole time, no, Starlight, no. But I didn't listen. I just kept on going. And when I got there, I my answer, I was not supposed to go there. I was really in shock. They did have a DJ out there playing music out on the sidewalk, and they did actually have a tarp. So then, they made sure nobody was going to get wet, and so it really did. It was a distraction, really, what that was. It wasn't helping Starlight. I drove all the way out there in the pouring rain through the storm, and I even had to stop on the way through to make sure my battery was okay. I didn't want to get stranded out there with a battery issue because, like it's an hour away, and my son doesn't live there anymore. So when I did get there, I was shocked because I do love music, but that was the whole question in my mind. What kind of music are they going to play? Because I was listening to Michael Jackson when they found me. Like when they discovered me on the street, I was dancing to Michael Jackson music, and we all were dancing. So I was thinking it was going to be music like that. But when I got there, they were playing some really horrible music, and I was like, uh-oh, like this was the whole thing. You know, my friend has taught me is if it's a, like, don't make it a yes if it's a no to yourself. And really, I didn't want to go. I didn't really want to go. And I did. I went against what I really didn't want to go because I was, thinking about what kind of music are they going to play. And when I heard some of the music I didn't even know, and then, and then I was hearing the words that were coming out of the singer's mouth, I was like, "Ugh, you got to be kidding me." I was in shock. I'm like, this is not the kind, if you're going to try to draw people into your business, to draw customers in, it's one thing to have a DJ out there, but the music was really bad language. I mean, horrible, horrible stuff. I can't even repeat the things, but the universe was letting me know, like, no, don't go there, Starlight. So you got to slow down in life, and stop being in such a rush. The universe has got so many signs out there, like animals, those are signs, and you can get information from animals where the universe is trying to give you some information. And so now I've been looking up what these animals mean to see where I stand with God, the universe, and like I said, the numbers. So stop, like slow down, really pay attention to what is going on around you. You could, there could be a red flag, and are you going to ignore it and just keep going like Starlight did that day? I mean, like, the clouds, it was pouring, like really the whole way I was like, I wanted to turn around, but then I felt like I said it, like I told them. And there was no way I could call him up, to say, hey, I'm not going to make it. I don't think I gave 100%, like I just, at the time, like I thought it would be great to help them out. Like I was hoping, like for them to check my YouTube channel out and all that. I don't even, I gave them business cards that I made, with my YouTube channel so people don't forget my name and my channel, but I don't even think they even checked Starlight's YouTube channel out, so it is something where the universe is trying to get our attentions and, our attention, and that's why we need to slow down and, like you might be, like, and this is what happens a lot of times that we're not patient in life and we want things instant. And instead of being patient and trusting in God, we end up making a mess out of things. A lot of times with relationships, um, men and women, they're not thinking straight. Sometimes they're not even, they might be realizing it. There could be some feelings that they care about somebody, but, a lot of times it could be a lust kind of thing going on. And, sometimes people have not been in a relationship in years or haven't even had sex in years, where they're like, I just want to get with that person, I want to have sex with that person. And they're really not thinking of all the important stuff that's going along with that, and so a lot of people they're so much in the quick to hurry up and jump in and, you know, um, get that, those feelings that you do with sex and not even thinking, like about the, like the red flags that could be there, or like people get in such a rush with sex that they don't even take time to put a condom on, you know. So it is important to slow down, because you can make a really bad mistake, not, well, you could actually not that a mistake, it will be could be a bad lesson later on, where the universe is like, okay, I try to send signs to you, the numbers, like I try to stop you, but you still can continue to keep going. There was red flags I gave you, I was trying to, a lot of times we miss that because we're in such a rush to get where we want, what we want to do. And, we do. I have been definitely guilty of that. So the universe wants Starlight to slow down. And sometimes it's good just to sit with yourself and meditate is so important. do some guided meditations, I love doing, like I just did those 8-8 portal guided meditations. And not just that, is that there's meditations out there that you can do for clarity, to help you to get some wisdom and insight, ask the universe questions, really. Say, like my friend has taught me, is to ask the universe, what are you trying to show me? But you got to be patient, not all the time that the universe is just going to boop, give you your answer. But then you got to pay attention to the signs around you, symbols. There's symbols out there. I just had a symbol the other day, and it's funny because I did recently meet a man, a scorpion. He's a Scorpio. And on my way to a park yesterday, I'm paying attention more to my surroundings, to symbols and numbers and animals, what does that mean, because, a lot of times we might not know these things, or we don't believe in those things because, this is how the matrix is a lot of times we laugh at things, and laugh at certain people because they're doing all this stuff, and we're like, oh my, those people don't know what they're doing, but, you could be wrong, you definitely could be wrong. You could be laughing at the people that are really actually doing the stuff that the way it's supposed to be intended, so symbols, God made all, all the things that are around you, through making people, the people make stuff, so the numbers and all that stuff, God, you know, everything that you see is really God's creation, because He made man and man made all these different things, like this picture behind me that like I created that. But if that God didn't create me, I wouldn't be able to make that picture, all the colors, you know, um, so you do really want to pay attention. Like I seen yesterday as a truck that went by me, and I'd never seen this before. It had a picture of a scorpion on the back of the truck. So I need to take time. I just remembered that, and I know my minutes are going, but there's something else that I see now. My memory. There's something else that I recently saw, and but I don't know if I'm going to remember it because the time is going on here. But yeah, you got to pay attention to these, symbols and signs and numbers, and take time. It does take time. It doesn't happen overnight, so slow down. Pay attention to really what God is telling you, and ask questions. Ask the archangels, if you need help, say, Archangel Starlight needs assistance right now. I really don't know what you're trying to show me. I got a dream, but I really need clarity on that dream. I'm really not quite sure what you were trying to tell me. Please can you show me? And they will. They will either send a person to you in your life, and you gotta use these babies here, you know, and that is where Starlight, I have to learn to listen better, you know, um, not just to speak, because God only gave me one mouth. That's a good thing. He's given me three eyes, but really this is the one that you really want to work on is your third eye, because these two eyes deceive you. You do want to really listen and pay attention to the sounds around you all over, the radio sometimes, I laughed my butt off the other day. I seen a quick little ad on a YouTube video, and I was laughing. It kind of reminded me of me being out there doing yoga, but it had goats on the ad. I was like cracking up so hard. I'm like, because I was doing some funny stuff yesterday with yoga, and I'm not even going to tell you anything because I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. I could do that. It's really controlling yourself, get control over your mouth. Sometimes we talk too much, and then we miss out really on what maybe other people need to say to us, where sometimes the universe will send somebody your way, but if you're talking too much, are you going to even get the message that the universe is trying to give you? So I know some people in my past that is like that, where, they, and Starlight's the same way though. I am not saying I am any better than this person, but might be a little, I might be a little better in this area, is, they talk a lot. They really do. But, do they even hear what you might have to say? Sometimes people think they have arrived and they have all the answers because they studied how many books. But, God could use me. Like God is already using, the universe is already using me now on YouTube, because I do have wisdom. I have lived life. I have lived life, so I have learned a lot of things in my life. So I want to help other people, to help them out in their life, to show them what I have learned. And so sometimes you might think some people are off their rocker, but maybe they're not off their rocker. So you got to really be careful of how you think and perceive people, because you could be wrong. Somebody could tell you something, you might not understand it, but that doesn't mean what they say is wrong. It just might mean that you need to grow and ask the universe for clarity. Say, I don't understand. I want to understand. I still want to understand, but ask for clarity. Don't be afraid to ask the universe for help. And the angels, the archangels, ask for help. Put your pride down, because Starlight doesn't know it all. I'm learning. I'm going through a spiritual journey right now, and I am a work in progress. And but I work really hard, and so anyway, because the minutes are ticking here, I do love you a lot, more than you even could understand, even though, like I don't know what you look like really, but I do. It doesn't matter what you look like. It's not about what you look like. It's that you're a spirit being having a human experience, and that's all that matters. I love all of you. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can also share it with a friend, a family member, a cat, a dog, a let's see. I already did a turtle. A camel? No, it's too much. Like I don't think any of you got a camel, but maybe, there's people in other countries that might have a camel. I've never been on one of those babies. I would love to go on a camel, but I bet you my butt would be sore after a while. I've been on a horse because I know how that feels. Um, so anyway, besides, you can leave a message down below. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, I will ring the notification bell. You can just push the button. You can find me also on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I do love all of you. I hope you get some help. Slow down. Slow down. Stop being in such a rush. I'm learning that. Pay attention. Listen. Listen. Really, I'm serious. Listen to everything. You could be hearing somebody talk, like in a park far away. You eavesdrop and hearing what they're saying, but it could be something that you needed to hear. So anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight, love and light.